today. I thought it was really low. 500,000? All right, that's pretty good. I mean, that's definitely in the qualifying range, so I'll put that up there in the middle then. Right, all right. Yeah, that one looks kind of smooth. Back. Looks like it's going to be fading. Label it up. Start it here. Eric just got in and said, MYNZ chart looks good and broke pre-market. Oh, really? Oh, thanks. Look, if you guys show up pretty late to the stream, just expect we probably have already talked about it. Anyway, MYNZ, yeah, it's up here now. Costco broke below 500. Ooh. Costco. Could be a great short. Now, what you might want to look for is for it to pull back up and then short it. You know, just like you'd want to buy the dip. But in an inverse, you don't buy the dip, do you? You buy the spike. They're both pullbacks. It's just different directions. All right. Let me get up the TikTok. All right, we're going live on TikTok too, so watch out, Yahoos. Got here at 9:02, but I guess I didn't hear you. I know you did get here pretty early, but literally right before you were saying that, we pulled up MYNZ. It's right here in the top middle of my whatever you want to call that smorgasbord. All right. So today is January 18th, 2022. Last year went by so fast. So fast. And this morning we've got one of the significant things that I see is rates have continued to pop up over the weekend. Inflation just continues to march on, and we've now broken out on rates. And you know what happens with breakouts? They can be very energetic spots for things to run. So rates might be up over 2% by the end of February here. You know, if rates go on a run, you might see it hit 2% very shortly. Let me pull. Good morning over on Twitch. Good morning, Zach and Todd. Good morning. Todd. Yeah, that's true, Todd. And good morning, Jason Scott Cannon. Good morning, Evan. Do you have BBIG on your day trade list? Yes, and it's right there on the middle left, surrounding the kind of bigger chart down there are most of our plays. PTE, BBIG, SRGA, BBI, IO, mines. Yeah, BBIG with the breakout right there. If you wanted it, it's about 30 cents of risk at this point with a stop. I put your stop at 4.4. So 40 cents of risk. Now, yeah, that's true, Camille. I remember you saying that. Yeah, that's awesome. You know, just take partial profits on these, on moments of strength. You know, like right now is a moment of strength. I don't know if you're in it for options or shares, but pre-market, with the thing poised to run further, perhaps, in talk of a squeeze, you might hold on to most of what you got, sell like 1 to 3%. But there's just no reason why you don't sell into a really strong moment, even just a little bit. Just a little bit, it's okay. Especially if the commissions are free and you've got shares. Good morning. Good morning. So rates up, right, to hit, highest levels since pre-pandemic. Let's call it that. No, since pre-pandemic. Okay. Yeah. But so that does not bode well for tech. Tech today could get a little bit hammered. Oil is grinding up, energy really grinding up, but oil staying above Friday's close and trying to stay above the high. That's positive for the market. Okay, so that like gives it some support. Gold looks like it's being a little bit withdrawn before the market opens, so that's another positive for the market. If gold was going way up, the market would be crashing. But gold coming down like that, kind of like a, which is exactly what's going on. It's kind of pulling back. That's a withdrawal. That's converting over to cash, getting ready for potential purchasing. Does that mean that the market is going to do well today? I mean, in one respect, maybe, but overall, right now, the way the market's been, not necessarily. What it could mean is that they're getting their cash ready to plant it in some things that are starting to get away from them. And what's getting away from them right now? If it's not, I mean, the market is down this morning across almost all metrics, but I did happen to mention something. So what do you think? What do you think people getting out of gold are going to be putting into when you have rates going up and inflation going up? What does anyone know? What tends to rally? What tends to go with it? Inflation causes what to go up? What does inflation cause to go up? I mean, you might want to say everything, but well, financials, but certainly commodities. So like, base materials, commodities, base materials, energy, like the base. There's nothing, you can't break it down any further. There's no supply chain lower than soybeans, you know what I mean? Other than water and fertilizer, and the fertilizers likely to be going up as well. So anyway, with a big pop like that in rates, you ought to see energy in financials and base materials, but mostly energy and base materials move up. And then industrials move up too, because now the costs of production go up, and so therefore the industrials go up as well, and financials. What was I going to say? And so that's why we're seeing gold pull back. It's pulling back right now even more. It's pulled back twice as much just now while I was talking about it as it did when I started talking about it, and it was already pulling back. So, smart money is trying to get ready. What's the worst that happens if smart money pulls out and gold goes down and the market doesn't really provide an opportunity? They might be able to get back in even at a lower price. So smart money is pretty smart, using gold as their ATM machine. Meanwhile, crypto is down in the futures to almost 41,000, and VIX is hitting about 22. So we can't really put on swing trades with much with much conviction right now. So that kind of screws up swing trade land on the long side, except for things that are providing just massively outstanding alpha. Let's see. And then so tech, we expect to get pretty hammered today by these rates. And then industrials ought to do okay. They're down before the open, but I'm guessing they're probably going to grind up today or do well today, industrials. And then SPY itself has bounced off the bottom and is coming up a little bit, but so is tech. I expect SPY to be mixed. So I think tech down, industrials up, and SPY mixed. And there may be some rebalancing going on. Let's take a look at where we were Friday on sectors. So it may be hard to see depending on your screen, but this is the day-by-day view of all the different sectors of the market. And this kind of thick, dark, almost black line right here, that'd be energy because of kind of oil. So oil, energy, as you can see, has been just taking off, and in relative strength terms. So you have to understand that this is not necessarily the chart for XLE overlaid. This is not the chart for each of these overlaid on top of each other with percentage change or something. This is relative strength to the rest of the market. So this is a really great way to look at all the different sectors. For example, you can see that communications has been on an uptrend since December 1st. Communications, relative strength-wise, communications has been strengthening. And yet, if you go to the communications chart, it looks a little choppy. You wouldn't notice that. You wouldn't feel that way about it. And yet, it is on a daily basis strengthening up. So if you can kind of get a pullback on communications, there might be a rotation into it coming in the next few weeks or months, and it could move into the middle or even top end. You never know. But just, that's what rotation is. And this blue line, that electric blue line, that'd be tech, and you can see how tech's been in a decline since December 1st as well. It's just trending down in relative strength to the market. You could even have tech be just grinding up or going sideways, but if the market is surpassing it, if all other sectors are going past it, then your relative strength terms, it's weakening and going down, and it's not where you should be putting your money. You'll be making a lot more money. It's like relative strength shows you where's the best return right now. Where's your best octane, high octane bets? So, but you got to, this is me knowing charting. You have to look at the trend. You can't just say, oh, well, let's say, real estate is up above communications, so it's doing better. Real estate's this red line. Real estate's above communications, so it's doing better. But no, because real estate double topped in terms of relative strength and is now trending down. So you'd be getting in something that's weakening, right? That's not good. So what do we care about today? All we care about is what's been trending up, and we're going to probably take a look at that later to see today how things are faring. But we already know the energy's up, and that's about it that's up right now. XLE, almost everything is, down. Utilities, just about everything else is down. So we'll probably see energy and the rest of the market in terms of these sector views just really, the gap is going to widen, and everything else is weakening a little bit. So energy continues to be the big bet that I think we put on like 2 months ago in our trading room. And I hope that you got into that and sort of buckled down during the little bit of pullback there. But that's driven by rates. This pullback right here, we probably got into energy somewhere mid, move up here. We're getting really hot somewhere in here with rates in this range here. And then we saw it pull way back, and so our positions looked like they weren't performing, and then it went back up, and then it pulled way, way, way back more, looked like it wasn't performing. Well, now it's the number one top performer. So it's been 90% of the time during reflation, energy leads the way. energy, inflation, commodities, base materials, and then starting from there, industrials and financials. All right, cool. That's the market outlook. We're looking at pre-market, the hot stocks. What do we got hot stock wise? We got BBIG moving around a lot. You got to be taking your profits on those moments of strength. We got BBI, another stock unrelated, but BBIG and BBI, both of those, and BBI upgraded to a price target of $2 by some analyst. So instead of 22 cents or 20 cents, somebody says now it's worth $2. Okay. And then IO, we've got our eyes on that, and SRGA, which frankly the SRGA chart looks pretty decent. Looks like it keeps pulling back to an increased level, so higher lows. SRGA may be setting up to break and run. If it were to break a prior pivot before the market opens, which doesn't look like it's going to happen because we have 5 minutes and 50 seconds to the market open, that wouldn't be good if it broke 0.97. So you can get in now, for 8 cents of risk to a stop of 0.97 and get out if it breaks 0.97. And if it doesn't, then, maybe you've got something and it will run. Good morning, Jorge. What broker do I use? It says Think or Swim. We've got 5 minutes until the market opens. And it's looking to be an interesting day. Also, another thing is like a week and a half ago, I moved all my portfolios to defensives, to be defensive. Defensive plus inflation. I mean, defensive just means other than cash, so it could be as little as gold, just getting into gold. But it could also mean, getting into things that are going up right now. So utilities, though, and consumer staples are things that don't go down. They're good. I mean, they do go down, but they don't go down as much as tech. They're good defensives. And then because we have inflation at the same time, we can be getting into energy and industrials and financials and base materials. So there's just a few ideas of where you should be in your portfolio right now during rocky times. Is gold, staples, consumer staples, so XLP or any of its components, XLU utilities, and then XLC communications. Like nobody's going to give up their phone line. That's like other than shelter, toilet paper, cereal, canned beans, like people need their phone. So like XLC and Facebook, XLC, XLU, XLP, good defensives, right? Basic needs. And then XLE for energy, XLB for base materials, XLF for financials, XLI for industrials, and gold and oil, if you can just separately get into that, but XLE will take care of that. A couple of people said Neuro, N-U-R-O, so let's make sure we have that on radar as well. I think I'm going to put that over IO because IO really isn't doing much. What I'll do is I'll just bring it up on my radar on top. And also the big news of the day, Microsoft to buy Activision for $95 a share. In case you missed it, Microsoft is buying Activision for $95 a share. So I think Activision's around $90 right now because there is obviously a 1 to 3% chance uncertainty that the deal doesn't go through. Well, that's actually expressing about a 6% chance, but that should tighten up as the market opens and over the next few weeks as the acquisition goes through. So that's a situation, and we have 2 minutes and 24 seconds until the market opens, and let's see what happens. Turn up my opening bell. I'm looking at Neuro because you guys wanted to take a look at that, and it curved and broke out a moment ago of $6 area, and it hit 650 and it came all the way back down to $6, and it's now at $6.15. So volatile before the open. An eye on it. If it breaks 650, 651, you can get in, to a stop of about 6, just under 6. So 60 cents of risk. Okay, we got a minute and 40 seconds. BBIG looking good, looking well supported. Let's see what happens at the market open. We have 1 minute and 20 seconds to the market open. Roblox is up a smidge. When I can't put $100 aside every month, just put your money into VOO. You're going to beat 95% of people if you do that. All right, we got 45 seconds to the open. What's it going to be? You guys over on TikTok, all you got to do is click the link in my bio in order to come check out our trading group. Just click the link in my bio. All right, here we go. 20 seconds to the market open. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thanks. Yeah, I do need more monitors. No, I have 8 here. There's more than you can even see. All right, watch Neuro for a breakout at 650. Watch BBIG for a breakout at 490. BBIG breakout at 490 for 30 cents of risk if it happens. BBIG 490 if it happens. Got to break 490. 30 cents of risk, stop at 4.6. BBIG. We are live. Yeah. Big. Can it follow through? Let's see. Neuro, if it breaks 651, you can get in for 60 cents of risk, stop at 4.9, 5.9 rather. The Dow dropping at the open, a bit unexpected, but yeah, industrials dropping. Financials following along. Buy meeting it halfway, and tech pulling back a little bit. Apple's trying to make a run for 200. I mean, that's what it continues to do. Let's take a look at its chart here. So far, this is meaningless. If Apple can't get above Friday's high, then it's still in a downtrend. Does that make sense? Because it's a lower high, right? So if it can't get above Friday's high, then it's in a downtrend. So this is, it's not too hard to parse out, but you have to be a trend trader and think in terms of trends and pivots, and you can figure almost anything out on this market, the immediate term to even the short term. So Apple, can go up to 174 almost, come back down, and really nothing has changed except it trapped a bunch of buyers. Space continuing its descent into nothingness. Oh, that was good. And let's see, Peloton. Just what would you say? Grinding its way down. Boy, that was a bad joke. Poor babies. Apparently, a baby was killed by one of their treadmills. But I mean, that's going to happen. It's going to happen, not just to Peloton. Pedaling downhill. There you go, Daniel. I will go with that one. And energy. Let's take a look at energy. Energy, gap opening up. BBIG not broken out yet. 490 would be the breakout point. I mean, Zach, yeah, babies don't belong near treadmills. And you know what? The parents of that baby, you're not a perfect person, Zach. Let's just remind everyone you're not perfect, okay? And some people make mistakes. For it to cost a human life is just tragic. And a new one, an innocent one, it's just tragic. And it's really, there should just be, if there's more safety measures that can be made, then great. Neuro, did anybody get into Neuro? Neuro broke the 650 level. Who got in? You set those orders. Okay, Bobby got in. Bobby J got in. Scott got in. Okay, good. I hope you guys got into Neuro. Yep, it's halted now. It broke that 650 level for 60 cents of risk. Hopefully that's how many shares you guys got. You're managing your risk with the 1% rule. And it's now halted. So Neuro happening the most at the moment. Roku. Anybody got a good one-liner for that? But, yeah, it's down. Roku is down. Roku, no ku go up. I don't know. 14 to 15 years ago with a treadmill. I remember my mom being paranoid when my son was little. Oh, yeah. It's not a widespread issue, I don't think, but it causes concerns. It's like when Tesla has a recall or something. Okay. Roku streaming down. Oh, that's good. I like it. Roku is streaming down. Peloton, what did you say? Going downhill, steadily going downhill. That's great. And I forget the other one. Space, slowly grinding to a void. What's Neuro's ticker? NURO. So the market is just falling. And, this is why it's a good idea, again, to be in defensives. Yes, SPY is precipitously falling, Jackson. It's actually happening. Okay, let's take a look at SPY to see if there's a key level break coming. Okay, if SPY breaks what looks to be like last week's low, I think it was Monday's low. I don't exactly remember, which is 456.70. 456.70. That's the release of the Kraken. I mean, that is bad news. Okay, 456. Let me take a look here. 456.60, you guys. 456.60. If SPY breaks that pivot point, I mean, all bets are off on it going up, I guess. And you could say all bets are on it going down. Bloodbath time. Yes, bloodbath time. Absolutely short SPY if you see it do that. The VIX, on the other hand, no, never mind. That's the inverse VIX. So, yeah, the VIX is rising to the 23 level. That GIF we have in the Discord, which one of I don't know of which one, but there is the Shining with the doors opening, the elevator doors. Have you seen The Shining, Jackson? How many movies have you seen in your life? How many movies? Yeah, I knew you hadn't, Jackson. You know how I knew that? Because you're a good guy and you just wanted to stay away from bloody, horrific tragic movies, because you got a good heart, buddy. I knew you hadn't seen that one. You literally just said what I steer away from horror flicks. I know you. I know you. All right. So right now, Nero is going to come out of the halt theoretically in 1 minute, in exactly 1 minute. And if it doesn't, then they're still resolving imbalances. It's indicating to open at $7. Nero. No, ATVI is not soaring. It's going to be bought for $95 a share. In fact, it's going down. See? It's going down. It's at $85 a share now. ATVI is not soaring. You must be, new to the market. But it's way up because of an offer to buy it at a higher price from Microsoft. How do I know what? Hello, how do you know? How do I know what? What's coming? How do you know? I'm going to join you. That's cool. How do I know what? You got to put credit spread for SPY. Okay. That's good. BBIG is at 5. BBIG broke 5 and it broke 490. There it is. Yes. That's the entrance on BBIG with a stop at 450 should be fine. So about 50 cents or 40 cents at 490. There's not especially, you say puts on Microsoft, not especially. The entire market is going down. Microsoft is not immune to going down along with everything else. I'm going to sneeze. Ooh, sorry if I hit the if I didn't mute that in time. Bank of America being very disappointing. I might have to cut that this morning. Pepsi doing all right, holding okay. Pepsi, a good defensive. Pepsi and Coke practically like water. God damn and God bless. Thanks. Preston said, man, thanks for muting. I don't want COVID. Hey, you don't know it was COVID. Anyway, probably us. So, right. Bank of America now improving just slightly. Coming off of the bottom. My best performing short of the day so far, it looks like possibly Teladoc. Yep, continues to just slam down to the ground. Teladoc. Gonna have to go with the hive mind on that one. Or a good liner. Teladoc apparently having to call in. I don't know. The market bouncing off the bottom a little bit. The Qs showing some strength. So technology. What's the most profitable stock to date? Oh man, that's a very difficult question to answer because it depends on how long you're talking about. Neuro, we're still waiting for Neuro to open trading, indicating to open at 7.1. It has gone beyond the halt point, the halt resume. So we're just waiting on that. TRGP, somebody says. Mr. M. TRGP, yeah, looks like a great breakout moment on TRGP. And it's been in an uptrend. Very nice looking. What are you thinking on that, Mr. M? Yeah. DWAC up 7 already? DWAC, yeah, going out of control. DWAC trying to make another run at 100, it looks like. Thoughts on skill? You guys over on TikTok, in order to join our trading community, all you got to do is click the link in my bio, in my profile. There's a link. You just click that. DWAC looks fine for, a risk. All right, Neuro is trading again. It hit 7.4 and it pulled back all the way to 6.8. It's now in the middle at 7.1. And Neuro is now trading again. Make sure you take 5 to 20% of your position off every 25 cents on stocks between $5 and $10 like that. So that would have been 2 profit targets, 725 and 750. You almost hit the second profit target. Neuro just can't hold that $7 level at the moment. Things could pick up, but not looking super right now. If Neuro can break 745, 740, 750, that whole region there, you could get in for a stop at 6.8. So therefore, that'd be about 60 cents of risk. Yep, GME short, totally happening. AMC going the same. Got this one Ozone. I mean, it's just slamming down. Not having a great day. We just got, I think, what was that? I thought that might have been BBIG, but no. It's not Roku. Just had something break out of pre-market highs. Might have been ACBI. Not loving what's going on with the financials right now. Financials dropping along with everybody else except for energy. Making me think about cutting Bank of America and Schwab, which I have. The worst of my longs is Bank of America, so that's the one I got to really think about. iSig. Fun day, yes. Days like this, you can get a lot of return out of the market if you put your money in the right places. You also don't want anything dragging your portfolio down unnecessarily. Let's take a look at XLF as a sector and what's going on here. This could be the beginning of a downtrend down to about another $1 down on XLF. BBIG has a major resistance point, says Camille. Must break 510 to continue the swing. Please confirm on 2-hour chart. Well, I can take a look at it on the daily chart as well. Let's see what we get there. I mean, $5 is a level it bounced at before, and then broke below later, like 2 weeks later, broke below, and everybody's been hurting who are bag holders, except for now. It's finally back up to the break even, and they've had it. They don't want to risk it anymore. They've already had their hand in the fire too long, and so bag holders are going to keep it down. So this is why prior support becomes resistance, because you have so many people at that point, and that just got taken away from them so fast they got trapped, and so now they want to get out at $5. And but it's not that many people, volume wise, at that level, but it was there for 3 days. So you have to think that there's 3 days of resistance potentially there on average volume. So down there for 3 days before when it bounced. And so now it may take 3 days of hammering to get everybody out. It may, unless, today we get much more volume and people are like, get me the hell out of this. We do have pretty decent volume today. We have 240% typical volume, so 2.4x. So that can wipe out 3 days in one day when you have that much volume. For you guys on TikTok who want to check out our trading room, just click the link in my bio over in my profile. Neuro settling in around the stop around VWAP 6.8 area. XLE now green on the day, so energy now green on the day, while the rest of the market declines in tech, industrials, and broadly. Is BBIG still good to hold? Let me see. It depends on what the chart looks like. I would say no, because of this now gap up. Today was the day to sell it. And then from here, day traded on out. Value stocks and growth stocks getting hammered. So this is just a broad correction in the market. where energy is the only thing going up. And commodities probably. I mean, like, let's check out corn. Yeah, corn's up today. Soy B for, yeah. Soy kind of down today, so it's not all commodities, but energy certainly. Energy flying. There's ETF BNO and USO, oil, and then DIG. DIG doing amazing. That was that one we got in. Go check my other portfolio where I have some DIG. That looks like. All right, but yeah, Neuro holding at VWAP, and if it can break 750, that's good. Or if you want to take the first, run off of VWAP, you'd want to grab it at like 710 with a stop set to 6.8. No, 6.6 rather. 50 cents of risk. Yeah, I'm up 100% on our dig calls now. That's pretty good, considering this was going to be a hold for another couple months. I've got the March 18 calls. And that appears to be where most of my gains are coming today in that particular portfolio. As well as VIX protection. That's another one you can get. Nero starting to curve up, by the way, right now. That's another one you can get, by the way, in that whole defensives is VIX calls, long-term, like leap VIX calls. But you have to wait for VIX to be like around 15 when you get those. And there goes Nero failing out spectacularly. All the way back down to 6.6 now. 106% on dig for you. All right. Yeah, dig was a very good decision. The whole energy thing was a good decision. Our timing wasn't perfect, but with patience, it's now paying off. What didn't work out too well was EV. Luckily, in my portfolio, none of that's really down significantly, dollar-wise, percentage-wise, dollar-wise. So I didn't over-risk that. Well, MYNZ might be climbing up, but we need it to get over like 26 to get horny about it. Yeah, Steven, Microsoft acquiring ATVI. Yep. I haven't looked for my Bitcoin yet. And thanks for asking. When I find it, I'll let you know. I think I don't have any, but it's been 12 years, so we'll see. 10 years or whatever it's been. There's a slight chance that I do. There must be so many situations like that with people who bought when it was nothing they cared about and they just forgot about it or lost their codes or whatever in the early days. BBI now breaking out. BBI. That's right. BBI. Let's see. Is it halted? No, it's not halted, and it's just breaking out right now. So for about 4 cents of risk, you can get in. Stop at 29 cents. 29 cents for the stop, BBI. All right, I got to get out of Schwab. It just continues to bleed out. All right, good. And then I want to take a look at Bank of America again. Now it's bounced off the bottom. So I'll let it hold for a little bit there. Energy just keeps grinding up, and base materials have seemingly bottomed, but industrials are still falling, and financials. Oh, the reason financials must be falling is because of JP Morgan. I think JP Morgan guidance talked about that this year ahead won't be like last year. It's good. Excuse me. Goldman Sachs. Thank you. Well, you say you're not bummed yet, but these numbers are bad today. It's all about what you're in. You know, gold is bounced back up, and staples are not getting as hit as uh, certain other aspects of the market. Amazingly, tech is kind of holding. It's really strange. Yeah, mines is an entry. Yeah, MYNZ. But the way it traded, stop's got to be like 24. So 26.50 is where it's at right now. So $2.50 of risk. Yeah, we're on BBIG. Yeah, no, healthcare is not doing that great, but certainly energy is. Is there a general rule of thumb for how long interest hikes affect stock prices in general? Well, Dondrell, a lot of those, economic factors typically need quarters to suss out, or at least months, because the reports come out either monthly or quarterly. The key numbers. So they might do an interest rate hike, and then you just got to start paying attention to CPI and to jobs and all the different numbers, and so it's hard to say. But obviously an investor wants to know, is the market responding favorably to the rate hikes or not? BBI is looking like it's going to continue now. Excuse me, sorry. And in the past, like 90% of the time, the market has responded favorably to rate hikes. So this whole notion or media, I don't know what you want to call it, but myth that the market is tanking because of potential rate hikes is not backed up by statistics. This market it could be simply just overbought, just really overbought, and it's just time, to say that this is a preeminent rate hike reaction. It's not supported by the statistics. 90% of the time, the market has rallied on rate hikes over the course of the weeks that followed. Like a lot, like it did well. But that's usually because rate hikes begin after we're coming out of the bull. There goes BBIG hitting 531. It's about to halt. We're halting on BBIG. You got seconds to get in. Boom, we're out. We're halted. BBIG halted at 531. That was a big candle from 487. Anybody still had some from the base that they got in pre-market, or they already had a position, or they got in today? If you're in, great. All right. Yeah, depending on how much you expect for it to run today, uh, take some less or more depending on any signs of strength. Like this last one during the halt, I would have chucked a little bit overboard. I would have taken even as much as 1% off, as little as 1% off. But you have to take profit. So if you have 1,000 shares, you take 10 shares off. So small, and yet do it. In moments of strength, if you continually sell your shares in moments of strength, you're going to come out in great shape. Yeah, BBI also moving as well, which I wonder if that's like simply because of like what kind of coincidence is that going on there? That was Roku breaking to a new high of the day. This is why you need to have a good trading system, brokerage, and potentially enough money to beat the pattern day trading rule. Because stocks can reactivate like that. Microsoft reacting semi-favorably. The opening price on BBIG, you mean like what's it gonna come out of the halt at? Right now it's same, exactly the same, 531. You lost $1,000 today. I don't know if that's a lot or a little. Oh, tell me percentage. BBIG is indicating to open at 5:31 out of the halt, exactly where it's halted. Tesla's been grinding up all morning. You wanted to go long Tesla, Lishi, that's something you could do. Just remember what the market conditions are today. We've got actually, bottom reversal happening on SPY and tech, really coming out of the hole right now. That was Tesla. That was Tesla. Breaking out to the upside. BBIG is resumed trading, pulled back down to 520 at the moment. It hit 545 briefly. It seems to have a lot of demand. Well, the price is not moving though. Hanging around 520, trying to hold the 20s, but it's at 521, 20, 19. All right, couldn't hold the 520s. Oh, really, Dondrell? Yeah, you know your Tesla. Right, BBIG can't hold the 5 teens. It's right around 514 right now. And now I've got to cut Bank of America. Guys over on TikTok, you can go and click the link in my bio in order to come check out our trading room. Click the link in my bio over my profile. All right, let's see if we can get anything new out of the sector view. See, look at that. Energy with an increased gap between all other sectors. And look at communications, relative strength. Really, it just broke out really of range. And yet, if you go to communications, you probably wouldn't see such an obvious breakout. But in terms of relative strength, communications continues to strengthen. That's probably an area that I'll get into today. Financials temporarily weakening, tech sort of bottoming on this pullback that it's been in for about 2 months. Other things that are growing steadily are industrials, staples, communications. So those seem to be coming up from the rear. Communications going to cross healthcare in strength soon. All right, so I'm going to try and get to February 70. What is that? 73 strike on communications. Start there and see what kind of beta weighted delta I get out of it. I'll add that to my longs for the next month. So we're seeing some rotation into that. Could have picked that up on Friday even. I mean, it was obvious that communications was in an uptrend in real terms of relative strength. Yeah, long XLC. Hmm? Such as what do you mean? Tesla up another 10 or 20 points from that breakout. The XLC fill. And so it provides 11 beta weighted deltas for those of you doing that, using beta weighted deltas per contract. The monthlies, Eric. Monthly February. If I don't say like a date and I say February, it's the monthly. Anybody, that's kind of like, it's just sort of implied. All right, you guys, that is pretty much our morning session. Keep trading BBIG. This looks like it's making progress. Even right now, it's starting to move up there. Put your stop at the bottom of the pivot lows and grab either the breakouts or, a decent volume green over red. That should make you do just all right. You should be able to handle your position there. Aye. Finished. Okay. Well, anyway, can I look at Coke? Yeah, I'll take a quick look at Coke. But Coke and Pepsi, good defensives. But looks like Pepsi's doing way smoother and better than Coke, or vice versa. Let's see. That's Coke, and I'll look at Pepsi. Yeah, I put my money on Pepsi, and then let's take a look at the alpha too. Yeah, we've got strong alpha on Pepsi. Now let's go over to Coke and see if Coke's stronger. Coke is roughly the same, but look in terms of the market, how often relatively Coke is providing alpha, so return beyond the market. Look at Coke. So you got these little green regions here, right? And now we'll switch over to Pepsi. Yeah, it's like been on an alpha run since April of last year. So overall, I think Pepsi's providing consistent alpha return right now compared to Coke. My own programmed indicator. Anybody who wants to make an offer, to buy it from me, I'll get it to you sooner than later. But otherwise, you guys got to wait for me to clean it up and finish it up, and then just be selling it for, I don't know, probably like $20. In the meantime, I need a higher offer than that in order to have to spend the time to finish it up. All right, gotta go. 30, yeah, no. All right. See you back in the group, you guys.